with myself and my staff here at Cornerstone for their senior year. And every senior class has a different personality. Every senior class has little nuances that's special about them, right? And this senior class, we've got some guys that I've been around for many years. We've got some guys I've been around for a couple years. And then we've got some guys that I probably haven't been around 6 months, but everybody has a lasting impression. As I go through each one, right, and we'll do the team dinner tomorrow night, and we'll have a slideshow presentation for them. And then we will also do our team party at the end of the year where we do awards and stuff. And that's when I will give the seniors their present from me as they go on the tap of this work. But Davis and I have a love-hate relationship. Davis and I have a love-hate relationship just for the simple fact that when I met Davis, he was in his older brother's shadow. And I told his older brother when he graduated, I said, your little brother's going to be a bigger recruit than you are. And he's like, man, whatever. And Davis has become that, right? But the reason Davis and I have a love-hate relationship is because Davis seems to think he knows everything. Right? And then once he realizes he doesn't, then he tries to come to me with a puppy dog look so I can fix it, right? But I have all the confidence in the world in this young man being able to accomplish some things. My wish for him is that he is as confident in himself as I am in him. Because I think a lot of times he still has the little brother, mindset because he is the baby in the family of a couple brothers and a sister. But again, talented young man, love this dude, love all these guys. Happy to have him with the group. Horn, I've been around. No, Angel's the longest. Horn's the one I've been around the longest, well, second to longest out of this group. And I've been around Horn before he came to Cornerstone. And I love Horn because of his tenacity. Of course, he has the Napoleon syndrome because he's a shorter guy, but he's feisty. And I think if he keeps that will and that heart set going throughout life, he'll be able to accomplish whatever he wants. The conversation that I've had with him, especially with this game of football, is that if football is his call, if that's what he's going to use to do whatever he wants to do great in life, he's always going to have an uphill battle because football, they have a titan. And he's half of the titan. I'm not talking about the titan. He's fast, but he's not big, right? But at the same time, as long as he keeps that fight and that grit to him, he's going to be perfectly fine and accomplish everything he needs along the way. My man, Jorge. So, Cerna, one of our kids that just came to us, man, and I'm going to be honest with you, when he showed up, he was working out with Coach Juice in the summertime, and he sat in my office and he was like, Coach, I want to come here for my senior year. And we talked a little bit, and he explained to me his situation. And I thought to myself, I said, man, I don't know if this kid is telling me the truth or not. Because the story he gave me on what he had been through in his life, man, was like something that you would see on a Hallmark channel. But the reality of it is that because he actually went through that, and he persevered through it, I know that he's going to be able to accomplish anything he wants in life because he's already fought through so many adversities that most of you guys can't even dream about. And we're talking about life-threatening adversity. So, again, a lot like Horn, the fight and grit within him, I know is going to propel him to be successful. Owen Coleman. Owen Coleman, man, listen. Owen Coleman, if I had hair, I'd be like this after being around Owen. But the one thing about Owen, man, is his personality and his smile and his being is always going to light up the room. Even when I'm correcting Owen, right? Even when I'm correcting Owen, whether he's upset or not, he comes back with a smile. And that's one of the things, Owen, that I'm telling you don't never lose because it will get you through some tough times, right? Angel Hernandez. Angel is the kid out of this group that I've been around the longest. I think I started coaching Angel off and on 10, 11 years old. 10, 11 years old. I met him and I met Jaden around the same time. And I've always liked the hard-nosed mentality that Angel has. in my eyes, he's an old school linebacker. The game has evolved, to this run and gun, air raid offense. And Angel still wants to be in 0-degree weather with no sleeves on, and he wants to hit somebody in the mouth coming down here. The way he goes about his daily business is something that I talk about with you guys, not because I think Angel's perfect, because trust me, I know enough about him to know that he's not, but just because of his focus and his maturity and his tunnel vision on the goal. So, my message for Angel is that everything not going to always go your way. Keep that focus, keep that tunnel vision. Remember the things that Coach Juice has always told you in the back of your head, and you'll be able to accomplish it one way or another. Keegan Mitchell. Keegan's like my little, what's the guy that played the guitar with the long hair? No, Keegan is the Undertaker. Yeah. So I don't know if you watch wrestling, but when I see Keegan, I think of Undertaker and his brother because of the long hair. And again, talk about a kid that loves the game of football. Keegan's not the most talented. Keegan's not the biggest, he's not the fastest, he's not the strongest, but he's going to give you everything he's got along the way. And for a lot of things that's going to come your way in life, on good days and bad days, that's going to help you get through. Jacob Lopez, be safe. You got to say the whole thing. You know what I'm saying? So, Jacob is a unique situation. And the reason I say Jacob is a unique situation is because he's such a soft-spoken kid. He's a nice kid. He's a loving kid, right? I almost want to ask Jacob if he wants to play baseball, because to play this game that we play, guys, at some point, you got to be a little bit off, right? And somehow Jacob does it, I think Miss Kim had printed up the things, and I think Jacob was most likely to thank you after getting the sack or something like that. That's Jacob. Thank you for letting me sack. You know what I mean? But, I know that he's going to be able to tap into that side that he needs to be great. And I can't wait to see it. Whether it's here at Cornerstone in these last 3 games or going forward at Washington State, I know that the sky's the limit for this kid, and I just can't wait to sit back and watch you accomplish great things. Rashton McRae. The reason I have to say that is because I've spelled his last name wrong for the past 2 years. Now, I probably got it right 3 weeks ago, right? So, Rashton is a kid that I feel like understands having to work hard to overcome whatever your shortcomings are. I watched Rashton sit on that jug machine and catch and catch and catch and catch because he was not the best at catching the football. And then after he got good at catching the football, we realized we needed to use him on a different side of the ball. Brasher didn't pout, Brasher didn't cry. Brasher said, okay, let's make the adjustment. We'll move to the other side of the football where I can benefit the team. Brashton, to me, is the definition of being unselfish. And as you guys travel through this journey called life, we all have to learn it. We all have to learn it. And you have showed me at an early age that is a trait that you already have. And brother, I can tell you this. Being unselfish is going to take you a long way in life. But while being unselfish can be beneficial, just always remember, take care of yourself at the same time. Always take care of others. All right? My man, Nicky. So, Nicky, like Horn, has the Napoleon syndrome as well, right? Fast, but not very tall. But the one thing I admire the most about Nicky is just his heart. It don't matter if he's going against Davis, who is twice his size, or if he's going against someone that, is more his size. He's going to give it 100%, he's going to fight. And when he makes a mistake, or if he gets it wrong, he's always looking to be coached up. Coach Clayton, what could I have done on that play to get better? I tried this, but it didn't work. How can I fix that? And see, those are the things, guys, that you're going to learn in life that's going to help you along the way. Because I'm going to be honest with you, I don't always have the answer. Coach Juice don't always have the answer. Coach Connor don't always have the answer. Your parents don't always have the answer. But having the decency to maybe talk to someone that does, and then gather that information and make your decision. That's what's going to make you successful. So, again, another kid that I can't wait to see do some great things at the next level. I'm going to tell you now, Boston OB, right? Boston going to go right into business after high school. We've already had this conversation. You know, I don't know if Boston going to open him up a chain of tanning salons, right? Or if he's going to do, you know, I don't know, some hair products, right? But I know that Boston, right here, Boston has the right mindset. And that's the thing that I love about it. Because again, like Owen, when he's having a good day or a bad day, his smile, the energy that he brings, his personality, all things that light up the room. And I can't wait to continue to watch this guy be successful. Henry Guzman. Henry again he was the last one to come to us out of this group. And when Henry first came and sat down in my office and we had a conversation, we had to have a real life conversation. And we had to have a real life conversation because all of us, whether it's known publicly or privately, we go through real life things, right? And I'll be the first to tell you guys, man, the version of Coach Clayton that you have today is not the version of Coach Clayton that I was when I was you guys' age, well into my 20s and even 30s. And I'm sure Coach Juice can attest to that for himself, Coach Connor, you know, even old man Gann back in the back, right? And what I talked with Henry about is how you grow every day and how you learn from things that you should have done different. And the one thing that I can say about this young man is he has been very open. Now, you guys know his teammates sometimes kind of veers off the railroad track a little bit. We have to bring him back in. But his tenacity, his passion for the game, his love for the game, the thing that makes him unique, and I don't know if you guys have picked up on this, when he gets upset, he's not upset because he messed up on the play. He's not upset because the other team scored. He's upset because he didn't come through for you guys. And that's the thing that I love the most about him, is him being a team player, whether good or bad. Quentin Ogie. Quentin's one of my favorite guys. And as a coach, I'm not afraid to say that. You get your feelings about it, go away. And the reason Quentin is one of my favorite guys is because Quentin is one of the most mannerable, one of the most honorable, one of the most reputable young men I have met at this age. Now again, Quentin's not perfect. I know that he has his flaws, right? But the things that he does very well as a human being and as a young man, in my eyes, overshadow the flaws that he has. Continue being you, man. Continue on your path, and everything will be all right. And last but not least, my man, Jose. So, I've watched Jose since I've been here. This is going on my third year here, second year as head coach, and I've watched Jose grow and evolve over the years. When I first got here, Jose was not very good. Not very good at all. And now, Jose is a guy that we can put anywhere on the line in any situation and he can make some things happen for us. And again, that talks about his versatility. That talks about his willingness to work and overcome adversity. That also talks about his willingness to change because he had his mindset on one position and now he's doing something totally different. So, Jose, like many of these guys up here, have opportunities to play at the next level. And I can't wait to see what he does at the next level, and I wish you guys all the success in the world. Know this here, when you leave this place as a Cornerstone warrior, right, especially one of my guys, you'll always have somewhere to call home. You'll always have somebody to call when things are good, to share your good news with, and you'll have somebody to call when things are bad and you need advice on fixing it. All right? And that will always stay true as long as I'm here. Know that we appreciate you guys, we love you guys, and when we play this Friday, I want you guys to enjoy every minute as your last run on that field. All right? Come on in here. Come on. I'm not looking, y'all. Y'all stay. Let's go. Brotherhood on me, brotherhood on 3. 1, 2, 3. Brotherhood. Appreciate you.